Muzz, just catching up with you after the disappointing afternoon we've had, 7-0 defeat against Westfields. What's your reflection on that?
Honest answer, probably embarrassed. Really, really embarrassed because the three previous performances, we've looked like an improved team, improved squad. We looked like we were up for the fight. We didn't know too much about them today, but we knew where their strengths were. We knew what they would do on certain phases of play. We told them before the game, this is what they do in certain areas. And lo and behold, they say 5 minutes in, we're 1-0 down, not doing exactly what we've asked them to do. We knew that it was going to happen. We knew how they were going to set up on that throw. Based on we've got a player that used to play there, so we had like some inside information on how what was going to. And you can't legislate. You can give all the information you want, but if you're not going to listen or learn or understand what your role is, then we don't deserve anything.
I think you touched on the thought I had, which is we had two for sure really positive performances in terms of not the results, but what effort went in, how we played, and today it felt like the polar opposite of that.
Yeah, like I said to them before the start. We had 3 really tough fixtures, got no reward for our efforts, and that's how you need to understand how hard it is to win a game at the moment. Today I didn't get it. Today I didn't get a performance from my key players, from the squad as a whole. So 1 to 11, 1 to 15, like I say, there was a couple of pluses. I thought, like I said, we just weren't at the races today. It was chalk and cheese from the other night. As good as we were the other night with the ball and out of possession, the chances we created, we gave ourselves a mountain to climb. They're better than us, but I can't think until it opened up right at the end of a good goal they scored. They were all from our mistakes.
Yeah, I thought as well, one of the players who probably didn't do themselves, an injustice, Brad Poole, again, reliable when he was in the goal. I can't think of any mistake he made for any of their goals.
No, said at the end, I feel sorry for Brad, Merch, and it's not just the back four, but like I say, those 2 goalkeepers are very, very sure goalkeepers. And to have afternoons like that, I've questioned the lads, does it hurt enough? We've had too many afternoons like that. When we're in a game, 0-0, or we go a goal up, looking at the fixtures, we're not a bad team. It's when we go a goal down, 1 or 2 down, the mentality is just not quite there, which is down to me to change. And like I say, whether that's changing players, whether that's freshening it up a little bit, but I say that's for me to decide in the next 7 days or so.
I think in terms of positives, not so much, and I hope he won't mind me saying, not so much in terms of performance, but probably good to see Tash Davies back out there.
Yeah, Tash, like I said, I think if he'd have had a bit more of a training session, he might have been able to, maybe start. It was just building his confidence back to whether he could be involved. It looks like he's got through okay, so that's great. Kieran Older will be back. I thought, like say, second half, Mason got into good areas for us. We just didn't have a bit of an end product, and Dobber came on and worked hard. So there was some pluses, but having Tash back will be a major boost for us going forward.
And then just turning away from today, next week is a really vital game, isn't it? Bradford Town away, they've struggled for results. We've been struggling for results. Both of us, both those teams will be looking for a victory.
Yeah, I mean, I've just heard their score today, so they've been on the back end of a bit of a doing as well. My job is to pick my team up, my players up, but like I said, there's got to be a little bit of honesty. Do they really want to fight and dig deep to stay out? Quality wise, personnel wise, it's not a bottom of the table. It's not a bottom 3 team, bottom half team. But I said to them, on paper it looks good. You look at the squad last night, coming in, you think, got a chance today, we might get something today. We've lost 7-0. I mean, that's not right. It's not right in anybody's thing that squad and the players we've got available get beat that easily at home.
Yeah. 7 days away, better things hopefully ahead. Cheers, Muzzy.